Hi, Maxim. Hi, Maxim.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
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 Hi, guys.
So, in this moment, I would like to give a word to our friend and vendor, Enable Maxim Akimov.
So I would like just to spend several minutes to introduce our company, what we're doing, who we are, and why it makes sense to look at our products and maybe try them in the future. So I'm not sure if you ever heard about us, or maybe you use products of our competitors, I mean MSP tools. But a key thing that you need to know about our company is that we are not just another one software vendor which offers you products that you can resell to your customers with 10% margin. We work differently. We give you tools so you could build a service model and service your customers. That's our key differentiator. So we produce not a product to be used by end customer, although they can if they want, but our primary focus is to build tools that MSPs can use to provide services to their customers. I'm not going to read all this marketing stuff, just briefly tell you a story that a company itself was established first in 2001, and in 2013 it's got acquired by SolarWinds, and right now we're technically still a part of SolarWinds, but we are in a process of splitting up, and final split up should happen in just several weeks from now. So we already see ourselves as independent company who is fully focused on MSPs. And I mean, during all these years and due to our global approach, we believe we have built quite strong expertise in that field. So globally, we service about 25,000 MSPs across the world who service around 500,000 end customers. And totally, we have about 7 million actually endpoints who has our product installed, or 23 million mailboxes under protection with our solution. So as you can see, we are not new on the market. Actually, to tell you the truth, by our estimation, in the field of remote monitoring and management, which is our core field, we believe we are number one or two, probably number one. We maybe not that known yet in Eastern Europe because, well, we all understand that in Eastern Europe, MSP market is just starting to grow, let's say. But we want to be here from the day one, and we want to help new MSPs to grow from the day one. This slide looks like a complete marketing, but actually it shows typical evolution of relationship of MSP and us. Usually MSPs, when they start actually providing services to their customers, they start from security services, right? And we have tools for that. Managed antivirus, managed backup, EDR, email protection, others. Everything is in our portfolio, everything you can use. As soon as MSP reaches some point where he needs to grow, he usually understands that profitability really depends on how many customers one technician can serve. So he starts to think about automation and how to make his technicians more efficient. And for these tasks, our tools are just perfect. We are known on the market for the power of our automation policies. We can automate any day-by-day work you guys are doing with your customers, and any typical task that you usually do. So automation is a key for profitability of MSP, and we are shining in this area. Then MSPs usually starts how to get away from just fixing issues, but rather how to make these issues. I mean, how to prevent those issues. So MSPs starts to add monitoring capabilities and a preventive approach. And here again, our tools are perfect because monitoring capabilities are great. We can monitor any devices, any platform, Windows, macOS, mobile devices, Linux, anything. We can monitor and we can tell you what is going on with customer devices and what tasks you should run to prevent issues from happening. Then usually MSPs starts to add additional services because obviously customers demand more, and MSP usually want to expand their area of expertise and increase their revenue stream. And again, we can help here because our products are quite easily can be integrated with other third-party solutions. We have open APIs. Feel free to use them and integrate with anything you want. And last but not least, learning and insights. And again, that sounds like just another marketing stuff from, I mean, like any vendor can tell. But trust me, in our company, education is a big thing. And I don't know any other vendor who invests that much to educational process. If you stick with us longer, you will get familiar with our MSP Institute, where we can teach you not only how to use products in the best possible way and how to build some certain automation processes, but also how to grow your company in general, how to build a price model based on your cost expectation, how to build your help desk department, how to build your NOC even if you want. So all of that, we have plenty of courses to be watched, and plenty of information that we are ready to give you to make you a better MSP. And this is not just like our good intentions. It's just we're quite pragmatic. And if we look at the MSP market in general, we see several business models, let's say, which corresponds to their maturity level. And actually, that's not just our view, but it's also Gartner view. This picture was taken initially from Gartner, and I guess you will see it more and more often if you again stick around with us. So first model is reactive. Is when you just wait till customer has an issue, and then they will come to you and you fix this issue. Model is pretty simple. It doesn't require too much from you. It just requires good tools to fix those issues quick, efficiently, and as cheap as possible. And we have those tools. We have remote control tools. We have some mitigation tools. So if you're in this model, fine, we have tools for you. More mature model called proactive. It's characterized by switch from just break, fix, like occasional contracts to more recurring revenue. When you start building your service portfolio, when you start bundle your services into, let's say, one or several bundles and offer those bundles to customers to maybe solve their issues or maybe even prevent some of their issues. And again, we can help here also because we actually use an approach called single pane of glass, where you can have several services in one dashboard, and you can easily monitor customer devices and help them in the case of any issues. And to be honest, we see like 75% or so of MSPs in these two models. But we still would like them to move further on a maturity model, more to managed model. Managed model is when you put customers on a fixed fee model, so they don't pay you more for any issues they have. Those issues are becoming your issues, and your best intention is to make sure those issues don't happen ever. So you spend efforts to make sure customer devices operate without any interruption and he doesn't have any issues, because it's just cheaper for you. And in this model, you start to think about automation and how to make your technician be able to serve more and more customers. And I already mentioned that we are great in automation. And with our tools, one technician can serve, 1,000 devices easily if you build automation right. So you can grow your size without even growing size of your workforce. And on the higher level, we're speaking about becoming not even MSP, but MSSP, managed services security provider. And we have tools for that model also. So I want to say that for each of those models, we have our right tools. We obviously would like you guys to become better and better MSP, because that's how we grow. Because we are growing when you grow, and we are ready to take efforts to teach you how to become better MSPs. Products going to be covered by Ondra just in a few minutes. I just want to tell you about our approach to products in general. So we have two flagship products, which are our platform. One is N-able, second one, first one is N-central, second one is RMM. They are similar. They do more or less same things. RMM is in the cloud and Central is on premise. RMM is more simple and Central is more complicated but more flexible. So both of them have their niches on the market. And on these platforms, you can put additional services like backup, like risk intelligence, MSP manager, and so on and so on and so on. Ondra gonna walk you through our products. So we believe these platforms are our door openers. And if you would like to explore opportunities with us, I would suggest you to look first at those two solutions. Well, maybe some others as well. But those two, I believe, are our key products that should be popular on your markets as well. So I don't want to keep you long. Just to summarize that we are MSP focused company. We have great products. We have actually great support, and we are ready to invest to your success. We're ready to invest to your education. We're ready maybe to co-invest to some marketing. So if you guys see yourself as MSP right now, or maybe in some future, join us, and we hope we can make your journey pleasant and fruitful. So for me, I think that's it. And I'm passing a word to Ondra. All right, so I have actually a question. What is the future of SolarWinds RMM? We are using
question?
A question is what is the future of SolarWinds RMM? We are using N-able, and there has been some confusion which tools has better future and more focus. I believe you use N-Central, and you're asking what's the future of RMM. So as I said, both products are gonna coexist for, I don't know, for foreseeable future. We don't have any plans to kill any of them. We don't have plans to put any of them to, let's say, to maintenance mode. We develop both of them because both of them have their own niche. Because for smaller MSPs, for let's say beginners, RMM is just better. It's simpler. For more advanced MSPs, N-Central is better because it provides just more flexibility, more automation opportunities. So both products gonna stay. No plans to kill any of that.
Thank you, Maxim. So according to agenda, I will take over briefly with some information. Okay, with some information about MSP program. So let me see. What kind of luck I will have with sharing the screen. I suppose you see my, do you?
Yeah, you did, yeah. Yeah.
Do you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you all for joining us. I'm Southeast Europe Regional Manager for Zebra Systems. We are value-add distributor for standard and MSP solutions. One of our vendors we are representing in the region is N-able, and we are very, very pleased to cooperate with them. So in the next few minutes, I will try to remind you on basic facts about MSP business and behavior, direction, and providing IT services. Some of that will be probably useful to understand better the position of your customer and situation in general on the market, and to make easier transition or collaboration between standard and MSP model. So managed services, what are managed services? So managed services is outsourcing the responsibility and improve operations and cut expenses. So that's very simple, but how people started, how market started with MSP. The MSP business model is market's response on problems caused in year 2008 economic crisis. At that time, even large companies were not able to renew their computer infrastructure for example, for 3 or 5 years, nor to renew maintain contracts, because they did not know what their business would look like in a month or half a year. And every long-term investment was high business risk. So that is why they started paying for infrastructure, maintenance services, and the use of software tool monthly. In that way, they shifted costs from capital investments to operational costs and minimized business risk. So that was really a breaker. Of course, we know MSP model from the past, but that was something which was a game changer. Advantages of MSP model for partners compared to the standard models are definitely recurring revenue and cash flow, acquiring new customers. So there are companies which are using MSP model and understand better CapEx and OpEx ratio. And that's definitely model for us to acquire new customers we never knew. Being MSP provider increase customer loyalty, and it brings to you as a partner higher profitability. So these are very, very strong points, business points for you as a partners. So if we talk about business model, it's a company, MSP service provider is a company that remotely manages a customer's IT infrastructure and systems on a proactive basis mostly and under a subscription model. So now the whole world is in a very similar situation again as in 2008. But this time we have even more complex situation that user, in addition to struggling with economic survival, they also struggle with greater security challenges and lockdowns. Remote work has become the primarily, and office work is just a backup mode, completely switch. On the other hand, micro and small companies under conditions where everyone is working from home need the tools and protection that was the privilege of large enterprises. So it is a definitely space for modern IT service providers offering modern model of exploitation of IT solutions to serve better their current and future customers. You can see here several levels of support which Maxim mentioned before. They are organized a little bit different here, but you see that service as a product is something you can offer to your future existing customers, remote monitoring and automation, monthly payment according to consumption. But main goal is for your company to become a virtual external CIO to your customers and to be involved in all your customer strategic plannings. So that's something we believe that you can become for your customers. On that a level of trust, you are not just one of companies on the market who is offering them some services, you are part of their companies. So to whom you can offer MSP services? In the past, it was, how to say, theory that companies larger than 250 users have their own dedicated IT department and security specialists. But these are highly changing. So in this moment, companies of all sizes are thinking and switching to service in some form of rental. So research that was developed earlier is not valid anymore. So all kind of companies are ready and using some sort of MSP services. Only the resistance in our region I see in governmental institutions, but even they are starting to count and to move on monthly and external services. So there are several tips I wanted to remind you and share with you how to go through conversation with your customers and to convince them to start using MSP services. So cost of system outage is much higher than IT system. Regular maintenance reduce the risk of breakdown and attacks. Danger of attacks are very high and require constant cautions. The IT budget is become predictable with no surprises and extra costs. So those things are separate topics you can discuss with customers, and definitely more and more they understand what you are talking and switching to their way of thinking. And at the end, partnering with N-able, with which has wide set of tools, 20 years of expertise, and highly effective platform for modern MSP service provider is in combination with Zebra's local experience and market understanding could put you in position for easy and smooth transition on MSP business model. So that's practically all I wanted to share with you in this moment. Here you have again agenda. So now we will continue with my colleague Andrei Shabata. For all of you who just starting, I'm encouraging you strongly to download trial version and to get back to Zebra for more technical and licensing information. Thank you. Andrei.
Thank you as well, Nebojša.
Thank you.
I will wait for you to stop the sharing and share my presentation for a change. So today I will be doing just a quick overview of N-able products, as we didn't have much time planned for this, but feel free to ask any questions if you are interested in something more specific. So the products from N-able, as Maxim mentioned, the core is RMM and N-central. These are monitoring solutions. There are some differences in them, but the basic functionality is very similar. We also distribute MailAssure, Take Control, EDR, which is Endpoint Detection and Response, MSP Manager, Passportal, and Backup. So we will start with RMM. It's a cloud-based monitoring solution made specifically for MSPs. It allows you to monitor all the devices you need, from Windows to Linux to Mac, and also network devices through SNMP. It's ideal for smaller or starting MSPs as it's very quick and easy to set up and start working with. It includes monitoring, and you can do either daily checks or 24/7, which continually check the parameters you want. It can be anything from disk usage, specific services running, CPU usage on servers, or any script or SNMP-based check you want. It includes overview of installed software and hardware for every device. And to the checks, you can either link tasks, which will, for example, if you have a mail server, you have a check running to see if the mail server service is running. If it isn't, the task will automatically start it. And if it fails, there is some deeper issue, it will alert you. You can set up email or SMS alerts for any check you want, and also for resolution of the issue that was monitored. You can also have the tasks just prepared and log them manually. Those could be maintenance routines. And you have some dashboards for overview of the status of devices, any issues that may arise, and whether there are any unmonitored devices in the customer's network. You also have patch management for Windows, Mac, Linux, and some third-party software, and you can remotely deploy lots of different software, either through MSI or directly from some FTP or web server. You can generate lots of reports, both for yourself as an MSP to see what's going on and how your techs are performing, and of course, your automation, and also reports for the customer to show the benefits you have for them. For the monitored devices, you have remote access through N-able Take Control, and you can use it anywhere you want. A bit more on take control in a bit. And there's a deep integration with either Managed Antivirus or EDR, Backup, Pest Portal, and MSP Manager. You can also add on some web protection, disk encryption manager, and NetPath. Just quick word about NetPath. It monitors connection to a specific service, either web service or anything else you might need. And it shows both latencies and packet losses on all the nodes on the way to the target from a specific device. So, for example, if your customer uses Office 365 and experiences some problems, you can just open NetPath and see Office servers are running, customer's device and internet connection obviously is running, but there's some issue on a specific IP address. And you can pinpoint it and solve it as quickly as possible. The second core solution is N-able N-central. You can have it either on-premise or hosted. Again, its primary tasks are management and monitoring. It's more easily scalable. You can set up much more details, but it might be slightly harder to start with than RMM. That's why it's generally recommended for bigger or more experienced MSPs. You can really go deep through N-central and set up details for every machine individually, or create templates and apply multiple templates to each machine based on, for example, operating system and services running on that machine. Just like RMM, it includes patch management, monitoring, and asset tracking, which shows you the software and hardware. And you can, of course, integrate it with antivirus or EDR, centrally managed disk encryption, NetPath, and all the other solutions that are integrated with RMM. You can, of course, use your existing ticketing solution if you already have one, or go with MSP Manager. And there's integration with Backup, Pest Portal, the remote access through Take Control, and newly added integration with Microsoft Intune and DNS filter. Those features will be coming to RMM somewhat later during the year, but they are coming there as well. So next up is N-able Mail Assure. As you might know, most of the malware that gets to customers is delivered through mail, and the users on the customer side are generally the highest risk. And the average cybersecurity incident costs around $280,000, which is critical for most companies. So Mail Assure makes sure that no malware or any other type of attack like phishing comes through to the customers, so the user has nothing, the user doesn't have an opportunity to make some bad decisions. It's cloud-based, and apart from email security, it also gives you email continuity solutions. So in case your mail server fails, the users can use the web interface of Mail Assure and continue using the mail as normal. You can also use the archiving solution that Mail Assure provides and have an offsite archive of all the emails. It supports, of course, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, so it checks whether the incoming mail is legitimate based on these parameters. And from all those 23 million mailboxes that Maxim mentioned, it checks the traffic, and there's a collective threat intelligence, which means that on all that mail flow, the filters are learning and getting better. And as a result, they are blocking more than 2 billion spam messages monthly. The Mail Assure includes antivirus and input from external reputation sources. So it doesn't rely just on its own systems. and it's got very easy integration with Microsoft 365 with a integration wizard. For all other mail servers, you just change the DNS MX setting to go to MailAssure, and on the mail server side, you set it up as relay for outgoing mail. That's all you need to do, and everything is set up very easily. The archived messages are, of course, encrypted and secure in the cloud. Next up is Enable Take Control. It's a remote access tool. You can get to Windows, Mac, and Linux devices. It provides easy access to remote desktops, so whether that's from monitoring or whether you are coming from a ticket, you can easily just open a remote session to a specific machine, solve the problem that's there, or do the maintenance you need, and have it solved without opening another window, just going through the solution you were already using. It's got support for high-resolution displays, multi-monitor setup, and up to 24-bit color. And upon connecting, you see a quick system information in case you manage multiple environments with different operating system settings and hardware setups. You will know exactly what you are working on. You can file transfer to the machines either through copy and paste, drag and drop, or through a separate window. And it's integrated with Passportal, so you can inject credentials to anything you need to access while solving the issues or doing the maintenance. You can have the remote connections either with the user present or without. That depends on the customer's preference and their security policy. And my favorite property of Take Control is definitely remote background, which allows you to access the command line, which can be escalated into PowerShell, registers, files, and all those common tools you need without ever stopping the user from work. You just open the command line on the background, and the user doesn't even need to know you solved a problem they had. Next up is Enable EDR. It's a solution for endpoint security, and it's based on technology by SentinelOne. There are multiple AI-based engines running. It gives you near real-time information on any attacks that might happen. It's got integration with both RMM and N-Central, so you can see in your monitoring solutions whether there were any attacks and how they were solved. You can also set up policies on how the EDR will respond to potential attacks, and it can give you detailed attack forensics. In third-party tests, the SentinelOne engines have perfect results, so it's highly recommended also by our existing MSPs. Next product is Enable MSP Manager. It's a ticketing solution which gives you time tracking for detects, gives you automatic escalation, SLA tracking, and all the other features you would expect from a ticketing solution. You can have your knowledge base. You will have a customer database which you can easily manage, check, and set up SLAs for. It's got integrations with some accounting software if you need that. For example, if you are still on a break-fix base, then you can invoice spent time based on the time tracking in MSP Manager and don't need to do anything extra manually. You have a branded customer portal, which the customers can use to start tickets or browse the knowledge base. And all the technicians can get a mobile app, which gives them access anywhere, both to tickets and to time tracking. For example, if they need to go on site, they simply start time tracking to see how long it takes them to solve some issues. Again, it's integrated with RMM and Central and Take Control. From the monitoring solutions, you will have automatic ticket creation, and with Take Control, you can easily go on a remote session to solve the issue that caused the ticket. And up next is Passportal. It's a password management and documentation solutions. And as we already mentioned, users are generally the biggest security hole. And based on Verizon's research, up to 89% of employees admit to retaining at least one application from a former employer, and almost half of them admit to logging into it after they no longer work for the employer. So that's a high security risk, both for data leakage and potential corruption of data in your sensitive systems. So what Passportal provides is a cloud-based secure password management solution. It allows you to generate stronger passwords and prevent customers from reusing them in multiple places, because if the password is reused, then all it takes is one data leak from one service where they used it, and those data leaks are not that uncommon, and the potential attacker has access to everything where they use that password. It also allows you to have centralized documentation, again integrated with all the other tools. So if you connect to Take Control, you can open Passportal and see documentation for that particular customer and that particular machine. So again, giving you easy and complex knowledge of what you are working with. It gives the users the option to reset forgotten passwords with Passportal Blink, which can really save a lot of time for the technicians, and they can work on more important issues than resetting password for the 5th time a week. And there's a zero trust model. When you have either someone from a customer or your technician leave, you can automatically change all the passwords that they had access to. Also, when accessing to Take Control, as I already mentioned, you can securely inject necessary passwords, so you can access all the services that the customer might need help with. And last, but definitely not the least, is Enable Backup. Unlike most of the competitors, it's file-based, and you can use both cloud storage, which is the main point, and you can also use a local storage for faster recovery. It's called Local Speed Vault in this case. Why file-based is fairly simple. It allows for smaller differential backups, so it saves you both disk operations and network bandwidth. It automatically checks all the backups for integrity, so you can see and have some reports on whether all the backups are okay and ready to be recovered from, or if you need to redo some backups. Thanks to it being file-based, you can either recover individual files or a whole image to a new hardware or a virtual machine. And you can also use some database-specific recovery options. So, for example, Microsoft SQL or Oracle SQL can be recovered fairly easily and without any database corruptions. There are also options to backup specific documents and Office 365 at a lower price. So for the quick overview, that would be all from me. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Well, I have a question about this RMM application. Which models can be ordered separately? What services I can buy, for example, for a company, and are there some central console which have to be purchased first, and after these models, or we can use each service by itself. By the way, I did have some experience with Take Control. I think that you did forget to mention that this application have invitation mode, so you can invite the other IT guys in a session. That's a very good thing, and also it's very helpful. And I didn't see this option in some other tools, so it's one very big plus for the Take Control.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback. I'll be sure to include it next time. As for RMM, it by itself, it's got some platform fee, and it includes for each device that you monitor access to Take Control, patch management, and monitoring, and you pay per device. The other services you can then integrate with it are, antivirus, web protection, and all the others we mentioned.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And by the way, for everybody, just a couple of things. First of all, we have free trials of our products, as we already told. Just go to our website and download one you want. And for those who want to know more about products, I put to the chat a link to the page on our website where we run weekly demonstrations of our products. It's a free of charge, and usually it's like 1 or 2 people there. So it's going to be almost dedicated session for you. So feel free to sign up for any of them or request a session from Zebra.
If there is no more questions, yeah, that would be more from our side, and we will try to organize more frequently this kind of webinars with more technical details and licensing, analyzing, and etc., etc. Be free to suggest, and looking forward to see you soon.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Nebojša. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks everybody for attending.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.